Hollywood has never had an interest in black folk. As I told you before, it's always been, whenever filmmakers, Hollywood producers, whenever they've dealt with the theme of blacks, it's always been reactionary, never proactionary. The fact that you couldn't have a black man strike back a white man. In fact, your boy Dick Gregory used to have it in part of his comedy routine years ago. He said, you could never see this image. You know how he talk? You could never see this image. That white man would have to kill his dog, stomp on his grandmother, rape his wife. He just laid out a whole bunch of stuff. And then maybe they'll let him strike the white man. I said, if I could find that, I said, I want to have that, just because he was so right on with that. But anyway, we couldn't see it. And as a black man, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Psh, man, they done called you every name in the book. They done mistreated you. And you have to accept it. And only person who can take up your cause is the good white guy. Sick of it. 1967, in the heat of the night, and I'm quoted in a book, Gary Knowles' book on Black Hollywood. I don't know if I was the first one to say it, but I called that a scene in that film, for me, I feel that what Sidney was allowed to do in the heat of the night was the start of blaxploitation.
And what was that scene?
Sidney's helping investigate a murder in the South, and he has this suspicion that this rich Southern white guy may be the one who committed the murder.
Cotton, this here is Virgil. Mr. Tibbs.
How do you do, sir?
Oh, may I have Henry fetch you something? Some light refreshment?
No, thank you. We're right the way we are. I'll have something cold. Something soft. Anything.
Henry, bring in a pitcher of lemonade. I have one, too.
Yes, sir.
The implication is there, this Southern racist white guy is insulted. First of all, who is this black man to be questioning me like this, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And slap Sidney. Sidney slaps him back. We all said, whoa, the whole nation, whoa. I called it the slap heard round the world.
And that was a precursor to blaxploitation.
Right, because what happened is, what are they afraid of? They always say, we can't show all of this. Why? They always used to bring up the Southern box office. We don't want to upset the Southern box office. There was always this sensitivity to how whites would react to certain things. They never gave a darn about black sensibilities. Mm-hmm. But 1967 and Sidney, 1967, #1 box office star. Mm-hmm. He had the biggest films of the year. In the Heat of the Night, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and To Serve with Love. Sidney's films fell out of favor with the new black militancy. And the other thing that you have to contextualize, and the zeitgeist of the time, was that when they brought on Raymond St. Jacques and Jim Brown, you had the riots.
The fact of the matter, however, is that law and order have broken down in Detroit, Michigan. Pillage, looting, murder, and arson have nothing to do with civil rights.
And Johnson appointed a Kerner Commission to study the cause of the riots.
On July 29th, President Johnson established a Special Advisory Commission on Civil Disorders to delve deeply into the social soul of the nation. It will be led by Illinois Governor Otto Kerner and New York City Mayor John V. Lindsay.
So in that study, the famous lines, it came as a conclusion, we had America going into two directions, one black, one white, two societies. And the other thing that was pointed out is that one of the causes of the riots was that blacks never saw themselves in the media as other than brutes, criminals, negative. Plus in film, I'm one of the guys saying, hey, where are our black heroes? I called it rioting in the movie theaters, because all of our anger and our angst, we were able to vent in seeing people who look like us kick the white man's behind. And what was the subtitle of blaxploitation? Get whitey. For every drop of black blood spilled, a white man pays. He had a plan to stick it to the man. The man, see, we were beating the man. And so I call it rioting in the movie theater, because this was rioting without destroying anything. It was a catharsis for us.